There have been a lot of updates to Bullseye, and I wanted to give you some of those previews so that you can start using the new updates right here, right now, as of August 2nd. So, what the very first one is when you are adding a log entry, you might notice now that there is a collapsible area. This is something that's not actually new, but what is new in the collapsible area is showing a total. And the reason why we're doing this is so that it easily sums what you're putting in. So, in this case, I'm tracking my P&L. So I'll say my principal income is $5,000 as of today, and then my team income was $15,000. So now you can see that this is automatically summing our information here for us. So that's perfect. And then if I take a look at my expenses, the same thing would happen. So I see that I've made $20,000 in income, but I, paid myself, let's say $3,000, and I paid my employees $8,000, and then the benefits cost like $3,000. So I can do some quick math. I can make these smaller, do some quick math, and see the difference here is a net income of $6,000. Great. Okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and add my entry. Perfect. So now I can see my P&L showing up here as a pie chart. Now, the next thing that we've done is automatically, by default, you're going to have your fields grouped by their field type. So in this case, I had two field types, income and expenses, and grouping automatically happens. So if I ungroup these, then I can start seeing all the individual items, whether they're expenses or income, doesn't matter. I would just have to kind of know that so I can hover over these and see the difference there. But grouping is done by default now. The next thing that we've done based on a lot of user feedback is changed the way that you do the date range picking. So the date range used to be where you had to pick two calendar dates, and it was kind of clunky. We got some feedback on it that people didn't necessarily like it. So what we've done is actually changed it to a bunch of pre-defined options. So anywhere from 7 months to all time, and you can just go ahead and make the selection there, and it will go ahead and reload that chart data. The next thing that we've done for an admin or mentor is to update the nudge interface. You were able to nudge users automatically, and it was a default message that we at Bullseye just created telling the user they should probably go ahead and log in. They've been nudged by the particular admin or mentor that clicked the button. But now what we've done is decided to make it a little more customizable. Maybe you want to nudge somebody based on, like, you want to encourage them, or you want to tell them to log in, or you want to tell them that they're missing their data for a certain time frame. So all you have to do now as an admin or a mentor is go over to your user manager or your student manager and click on the action area and then go nudge. Now an interface will show up where you can actually type in the message, and then all you have to do is click on send, and they're going to get an email now with that particular message that you typed in. Next on the list is the ability to have more than one coach or mentor assigned to a user. Previously, you were only allowed to have one, and that was pretty much the relationship. Now, all you have to do is go into a particular user as an admin, the edit user feature, and you can select an additional mentor to assign them to, and that is that. Now now either of those mentors are going to have access to the user data. Next up for the admin is some of the menu options under actions have actually been updated. So if I click on the three dots, we already talked about nudge and we know about edit, but when you want to view data, you actually want to view the data for the particular user, the things that they've logged, their charts, things like that. So you can click on view data, and that will actually take you to a page that would have all of the objects that are assigned to the user, and they would show up here. And the other thing that we end up having is the under the user manager again, as a mentor, you can go ahead and, or as an admin, I should say, you can go ahead and view a mentor's dashboard. So this will take you into their personal dashboard, which is exactly the same as yours. If you had a dashboard where you have your customized widgets that you have here, so you can go and take a look at the mentor's dashboard that way.